internet, and welcome back to the live stream. It is Wednesday, the 31st of July 2019. Today I will be live for 61 minutes. 61 minutes. We're going with the numbers. We put that out to the chat yesterday. Do we start saying 1 hour and 1 minute, or do we keep rolling the numbers? True to form, here on the Gives a Minute channel, we're going with the numbers. 61 minutes, and also it is a sad day today. As you know, this is the last day of July, the 31st of the month, and that does mean it's the end of JulyVE. Now, if you're not sure what JulyVE is, we'll get to that in a second, but I want to just have a say good morning to the chit chat. Playing up front was Mindy, and the question is, what have you guys thought of JulyVE? And so Mindy's come in and she says she really enjoyed JulyVE. She's looking forward to when the streams get really long so there can be more of a complete discussion, and me too. And she's added more call-ins. Totally. Well, I think we're going to open up the call-in line today because this could well open up many a discussion point. I said, I agree. The long-form discussions are definitely where we are headed, and I wasn't being smart about that. We are heading that way. We always knew we were, and obviously the minute longer each week, it's going to just get into long-form discussions, and that's going to open up a lot more scope too. Like, I feel like once I get the fixed line internet here, we should be able to have guests, not just the call-in, but a physical guest like we used to do on CreatorCast. Do you guys remember CreatorCast? It was this really cool network we had, and then one tool had to go and mess it all up. But I want to do that here, and I mean, that's what the plan always has been all along. It's just been a matter of kind of waiting for the tech and sort of rolling it out. I think with the chat call-in, the voice call-in, it's a good way to sort of kick that off in a starting sense. But ultimately, we're going to move towards video. Travel Jet Setter said he's back in Milwaukee, so you have to see if he can get those jobs in Fort Lauderdale. Well, we hope you do, man. We got our fingers crossed, and I got my toes crossed for you too. Yeah, everyone's saying we hope you get the job. Looking further down the chit chat, Scotty Ventures joined. G'day, Scotty Ventures. How you going, buddy? Good to see you back. Even further down there, we were talking about my muscle cramp. I had a twitching muscle. Now, I know it's not said muscle. It's spelled with a C, but it's said muscle. I like to say muscle. That thing has still been going off. You can't see it because of the angel of the camera, but it's still twitching. Not as bad as it was, and I've been told that it's either magnesium or a lack of sleep. Now, I'm going to put it down to a lack of sleep because I haven't had any sleep really in the last... Thanks July, actually, pretty much. But that's my own doing. Nobody forced me to go live on DLive as well every day, but I did, so I got myself to blame. Scotty Ventures says, get the magnesium, and then Mindy said that actually comes in Gatorades and Powerades, so I could just get a couple of Gatorades and jam those into me and I'd be all good to go. And then Steven said, gangbang! And that's a direct reference to a Tracer video. Not a Tracer video, a Tracer tour... A tour vlog from the Gives a Minute channel back in the days with Tracer when, interestingly, that was before Adpocalypse began, and they were trying to get me demonetized by always saying in the background of content, gangbang! And so that would come across as the audio, but it never got me demonetized. Interestingly, I reckon if I put that video up now, a fresh upload with gangbang, that would definitely get demonetized. Actually, we probably should keep it down, man. I'm probably going to get this demonetized. Keep it down. That was pretty funny, though. Hi, Stephen. Everyone's saying hello. Tim Arscog in the house. Hello, fellow givers. G'day, Tim. How you going, dude? Mindy saying hi to Tim. Whoa. Scotty Ventures. G'day, Tim. I get to a Long Yang B control room this afternoon. Loy Yang B control room. I'm not sure what that is. We'll check that out, though. We'll do a bit of searching for what that is. That would be interesting. How'd you score that? Hey, YouTube in the house. How you going, buddy? Scotty's in the house. Everyone say g'day to YouTube. There you go. Everyone did say. I'd love if the streams next year could be at night. Bit selfish for me being in the Southern Hemisphere. They will roll, obviously, into that. So my plan has always been to do 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. That will be the time frame, the 12-hour period. So at some point, it's going to be a long way from now, but at some point, you'll be able to catch the Gives a Minute live stream at, say, 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m., and then we'll be wrapping it at 9 p.m. because YouTube do let you stream longer, but they don't keep anything longer than 12 hours. So that's the plan there. I've been there twice. Okay, we're gonna look at that, Scotty Ventures. We'll come back to that. Probably D, all the above. I didn't see that. Okay. I got to tour the Snowy Mountains hydro generation stations. Okay. Tim's talking about something that Scotty was talking about. I'm not sure what that is, but we'll definitely get to that in a moment. Here's the chit chat for you guys to all play along. Can you hear those magpies outside? They want to be fed. I'm live streaming Maggies. So by the way, if you are not familiar with what JulyVE is, this is every day the month of July live to YouTube as created by Danny Black. Now I've put a little linky poo in the chit chat there right now where you can go to Danny's channel, give him some love, say thanks for the JulyVE concept, but bear in mind he's doing it on Facebook. So there's the YouTube channel, and then you can follow the trail to get to his Facebook where he's going to wrap up today, I believe, as well. Yeah, July 31st. Tim YouTube said, how about next year doing some roaming live videos, IRL style? That's totally my plan. I'm still waiting on my my Google affiliates to pay through. They say they're going to pay through in August. So once that comes through, I'll purchase a Mac Mini, and that will go into Stevan for streaming from Stevan. But that'll also be something that I can put in a backpack. And that's the reason I'm thinking about a Mac Mini, because it's a headless, powerful little computer. So that's definitely the plan, IRL style. And the longer we wait for that, the closer we get to a 5G rollout, which will definitely help that. Probably it'll be a train ride up to the city and then IRL streams from Sydney town. That's probably where that's going to go. Shyla Rose in the house. Good morning, Shyla Rose. Oh yeah, YouTube, yeah. And that's always been my plan, as Mindy kind of excitedly stated. I really want to bring Sydney and areas around Sydney. Now, I don't live near the city right now, but I don't mind taking a day trip up there to create the content. Imagine vlogging around Harbour Bridge and showing you guys places that I know that just don't get a mention. Tim says, Benon, try Hydrolate Sports instead. Way less sugar than Gatorade, which, as the manufacturer even says, shouldn't be left on your teeth to decay. Okay, I'm hearing a lot there. I'm going to try sleeping first. That's my first port of call. But if that doesn't work, I'll try the Hydrolate Sports and the Gatorades and all the other good things. Speaking of sports and hydrolating sports, can I tie this together? Not really. I'm trying to, though. It's not going to work. Hydrolate? No. I was in the water yesterday surfing. You know, I got this program where I'm surfing every day called a wave a day. Well, I didn't have the greatest surf yesterday, and it was my... I'm going to blame the weather. I'm going to blame the wind. I don't want to be the one to make you decide, though, what my ability level's at and whether I can safely blame the weather. But tell me what you think. Welcome back to the super quick wave a day edit. Now, I don't know why I'm so happy and so excited. I didn't have the greatest surf this morning for a wave a day. There's been a southwesterly blowing here all day. Started off this morning, and yeah, that really blew everything out. I kind of blew it out there, but I don't want to be the one to make up your mind. You decide. Tuesday. Yeah! That wind is cold. Hey. No more talk. Okay, I'll go left on the first wave. You got the cash, you got a deal. I didn't do too well on that, did I? Kind of cooked that one. Hey, what am I saying? I am a kook. I will cook. I have cooked. I just cooked. I will cook again. I'm looking for that elusive good wave, but unfortunately all this wind chop, look at this, just wind billowing up here, it's really making everything super messy. Even paddling for the wave, the water's flinging in my eyes. But it's still better than not surfing. Let me give you the hot tip.
It's a brave new world, and you reap what you deserve.
I think that's the largest wave you'll see here. That's kind of breaking right. And when I say right, I just mean giving some kind of right, either left or right. A lot of the other big mamas are just smashing, closing out. I don't think I did too well on that. Disappointed myself a little bit. It's a bit of a struggle with this wind, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't do too well on that left either. Went down in a tangled mess. I mean, there you go. I kind of blew it, right? There was a couple of okay waves and I kind of didn't do too well. I guess you got to have an off day every now and then, and if you can blame the southwesterly, I'm blaming it. Now, while I continue to blame the southwesterly, you guys can go back to the live stream. Big southwesterly, get out of here. Hey, hey. Get out of here, you big nasty southwesterly. I don't want you to ruin my surfing ever again. Get out of here. Go blow somewhere else. I got surfing to do. I got things I want to achieve. Get out of here. By the way, I'm live streaming. I might have to jump back out. No, I'm busy, man, with a live stream. Get out of here. Alright, I should have done it. Hey, hello. I'm back. Sorry about that. I was just dealing with this big southwesterly crosswinds, as Mindy did correctly put in the chat. I'm being stupid. There's nothing there. But yes, what do you think? Did the wind really affect me, or was it just my ability? I felt like the wind flattened the waves. You know, there was a decent sort of swell around, but it kind of blew it all over the shop. Made it difficult to take off on the wave. Made it difficult to ride the wave in terms of any length. That's all about learning for me, though. I'm happy to be learning. I tell you what, though, there's only 4 more days of wave a day left. I'm sort of secretly looking forward to taking a few days off, just because there are certain things that happen when you surf every day, such as your wetsuit never dries, and putting a cold wetsuit on in the morning, that ain't fun. Then I've also got this kind of strange little injury. It's like a first world injury relating to surfing, which I don't really want to go into too deep, but it's basically, again, my ability, and the injury happens when I don't think fast enough. Anyway, so that'll give me a couple of days to sort of like refreshen up, if you like, to get into the social surfing. Looking back in the chit chats, YouTube says, by the way, I uploaded my latest vlog using NBN and it was super quick. Uploaded an 8-minute GoPro file in about 12 minutes. Yes. So that is going to feel a lot quicker than anything else you've had, man. I'm jealous. I'm super jealous. We have our nodes installed here. I keep looking on the NBN website for RFS, which is ready for service, and it doesn't say anything except 2020. So, and yeah, Danny asks, finally got good internet. Yeah, that's going to make a huge difference to you, Scotty. Like total, like I'm pumped for you, man. And you can do good quality live, at least 1080 live streams now. Tim said, did you see Patterson Lake's retirement village in last night's TV news? Totally trashed. I didn't. Oh, that's to YouTube. Okay. Stephen says to me, when you go to the Big Smoke to show everyone your favorite places in town, please visit Wendy Whiteley's Secret Garden. Absolutely. The Secret Garden is a not so secret garden because it's literally on Google Maps, but it's in Lavender Bay area. And in the summer, like in the heat of summer, It is golden place to go. It's all shaded and protected, and you can go down there. And I've gone down there with like a 10-pack of Jack and Coke and just sat there drinking. And you got views of the Harbour Bridge and across the other way the city. It's just down near Luna Park if anyone wants to go and have a look at it. Anyone can access it, but it's super cool. I will definitely vlog. I will live. I mean, these aren't going to be vlogs. These are going to be live streams. I'll definitely do that. But I just had a thought about that too. I'm going to have to buy a third battery for the GH5 because they last about an hour and 20 each, like with duration, like straight up. If I start recording on the GH5, actually I won't be recording, will I? I'll just be taking the HDMI. Hashtag tech is going to need investigating. Hashtag tech investigate. YouTube says, nah, Tim, I don't watch the news. It's all bullshit. Yeah, I completely agree with that. Good morning, Adrian Banks. How you going, buddy? How's your birthday hangover? I'm not suggesting you got boozed up. I'm just saying the day after the birthday could well be conceived as a hangover, if you like. Lisa Smart, good morning, Ben and everybody. Hello, Lisa. How are you going? Good to see you back. Northrop MB, plus you're tall, so the wind is more likely to push you off balance. Yeah. I was more thinking what the wind does to the actual wave, though. It kind of flattens it. But yeah, there's that too. Lisa, I didn't know about the garden. I'm going to go and check it out. I've actually vlogged there in the past a few times. I did a vlog with, a couple of vlogs with Felicia, the German girl. I did a vlog with Jeremy from Jedboards down there, and Graham. But today we are going to look a little bit back and reflect on JulyVE. And by the way, Danny Black in the chat, how has JulyVE been for you? Quick Draw McGraw 357. Quick Draw McGraw, we've never seen you in the chat before. Nice handle. Good to have you here. Everyone gets a cheers when they join the Gives a Minute chit chat. That's your cheers. We've never seen your handle before. It's a pleasure to have you here. And where are you from? Where are you watching in the world? Adrian says, I had red wine and beef jerky last night in front of the fireplace. Dude, that sounds like a birthday to celebrate. 13 watching and only 4 thumbs up. Come on. Oh, that's all right. Thumbs up aren't hugely important, but I appreciate it, Charlotte. So what I want to do, I want to reflect a little on the past month, if you like. Now, you know that I missed a few days because of a family holiday. That couldn't be avoided. Danny says, JulyVE has been great. Yesterday was a fun one. Point of vision GoPro stream while scooting around Brisbane. See, that stuff should be on your YouTube channel, man. Just saying. You know where I stand on that, but yeah, I mean, that would be cool. Where can we? Danny, is that on Danny Black, or is that on the X here network, or on the AVA network, or on the what? You've got too many. Coming from Virginia in the USA. No worries, coming from Virginia. That's good to see. And you've been here once before. Okay. Tomorrow on YouTube, Danny Black's going to do a JulyVE live stream recap. Got you. Been watching away for a day over a year now. Oh, that's nice, Quick Draw. I'm glad you've come in from the wave a day into the live stream. That's really cool for you to do that, man. That's always been a struggle for me to bring viewers from particular content over to the actual, what you'd consider the main content, I suppose, because a wave a day is seasonal, but the live stream's every week. Well, it's been every day in July, but I really appreciate that. And yeah, Charlotte Rose is from Virginia, living in Australia, so you guys have a common thread right there. Now, what I want to do here, folks, I want to pull up this. This is my YouTube channel. Now, we're not going to watch content, but I just want to go through and talk with you about the JulyVE content, more of a recap, and you can include your thoughts as we go along. I'll keep an eye on the chat. One thing I definitely need to learn more how to do is how to stream and engage the chat. Bing, bang, left, right, yes, no. Am I doing it right? I've got to learn that. I know I suffer from that. And Charlotte says, or DLive, absolutity. Now, I've got to say, I'm going to put this here now. There's my DLive link in the chit chat. I have to say, DLive has been an absolute godsend right now. In terms of creating a following and creating some kind of thing on a live streaming platform, DLive has really, it's turned it up for me. I got to say, what have I got now? 300 odd followers, and I haven't been affiliated yet. You apply for affiliate at 200, and I've applied, but I've jumped past 200 to 300, and every stream just gets funner and funner and better and better. And last night we brought in a new game, which was one of the givers on DLive recommended this we should do, and we did it, and it went off really, really well. I'm excited. And in fact, because JulyVE is over, and this is the last JulyVE stream, I'll be back here on the YouTube live stream on Saturday. So what is it? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. In 3 days' time, I'll be back for the regular YouTube stream on a Saturday at 9 a.m. But I'm still doing daily on DLive. So if you want to see this hideous head on a daily, DLive, I've given you the link. DLive is the way to go. The only place I'm going to do it. And I'm also going to do longer form streams on DLive. I'm going to break them up. I've decided I'm going to do a long form stream from early in the AM for my time. It's going to be the one stream, but there will be an intermission, if you like, and the intermission will be me playing pre-made content for about an hour to let me go and eat some food, come back, and then continue the stream, but not stop the stream, just have long form streams. That's the plan anyway. There you go. Everyone talking about where they're from. Okay, cool. Sorry to hear, Lisa. I missed it yesterday. My dad's 16th anniversary of his passing. Lisa, I'm 19 years of dad's passing. I feel for you. And I know the feeling. What happens to DLive when YouTube streams go too long, go much longer, or go long form? Well, then they'll have to sort of pause, won't they? That's the beauty of DLive. It's not a full-blown structure for me yet. Like, it's just a bit more flippant. Whereas the YouTube is always, or not always, but is more of a structured content. So look, let's go back, and you can see if I click there, right? Yeah, you can see my mouse there. So this is where we began on JulyVE, and this obviously was July 1. 35 minutes. Now, if you're new here and you haven't seen these streams before, they get longer by the minute each stream. Now, you could say every 10 streams, every 7 days, that's going to take a long time to get long form. And sure, we've been streaming here on YouTube for, 35 minutes is that one. So we've done 34 streams before this one. And this one here was the start of it. And then we bumped into a topic the very next day. We bumped into when giveaways never happen. And I got to tell you, the giveaway still hasn't happened. I still have the prize sitting here. Paul Chambers. Paul Chambers calling out Mr. Chambers. If you're watching this now or in the future at any point, this was your giveaway in 2016. You won the 100 subscriber giveaway. I think it was 100 subscribers on YouTube. When I got to 100, we gave this away. You won it. You never claimed it. It's still here. It's still boxed up for you, dude. Just letting you know, man. Of course, before I mail that to you, Paul, I'll have to dust off all the dust. Maybe I could leave it outside in that southwesterly wind and it would clean it for me. Well, that's pretty funny. I thought that was still... I thought maybe doing that live stream might trigger someone to contact Paul, or Paul might somehow watch. Yeah. Paul's a winner, exactly, and he never claimed it. Northrop MJ, Benon's stream start around 1:30 a.m. your time. Yeah, and I know that's not the greatest time for people. I think he's talking to Quick Draw. But the deal is, because these are going to get longer every stream... Eventually, that will be your time. You'll basically wake up and see, oh, that gives a minute. Dickhead's still live. He's been live for 7 hours. Let's jump in and say g'day. That's the plan, to have long form. People can jump in, people can jump out, people can contribute, people can watch. That's the whole plan. Okay, he just passed before my daughter's 21st. My 21st. He passed before my 21st and my daughter was 3 months old. Oh, that's no good, Lisa. Hey, Lisa, can I ask you a quick question? And this might sound strange because you've been in here for some time now. You're not Lisa Smart, who I worked with at Mind Champs, are you? That's a different Lisa Smart. I've never asked you, but I don't think it is, and I just thought I'd just lay it out there now. You're not the Lisa Smart I worked with for a couple of photo shoots with Mind Champs, or are you? And if you are, I apologize. If you're not, then forget you even heard this. Whereas Danny Black, Northrop MJ, you should give away. Your giveaway should be on the way. Oh, Mindy won something on Danny's channel. Nice one, Mindy. What'd you win? Did you win the guitar? Tell me Mindy won the guitar. Danny, you were giving away an axe, weren't you? That's insane if that's cute, if that's true. Benon, you mean someone else other than Jeff had won a prize? You know what? That's very true. I think Jeff won the first giveaway, and then Paul Chambers cleaned up that one, and then Jeff has won every other one since then. Now, the next stream we did was how to deal with, or how should I deal with trolls? And that was an interesting topic to dig into because we hadn't really quite hit any major troll issues on either this channel, which was what that conversation was about, or also on the DLive. Maybe having that chat might have triggered something, because not long after I did get slammed with trolls on the DLive, there was a couple in here on the YouTube. I was going to say DLive on the YouTube stream. Oh, Mindy won a power breather. Wicked, Mindy. The Armio power breather. Nice one. Danny was giving out air guitars like a madman. That's awesome. Okay, Lisa says, no, I haven't met you, and I've spoken with you on Facebook and here. Okay, cool, Lisa. Sorry to do that. I know this might not be the best forum to ask those kind of questions, but because you have that name, and that's literally her name as well, and I just thought I'd just put it out there. Thank you for filling me in. Okay, so there you go. I got to the tail end of that. So yeah, and we got a bunch of trolls in here, and the way we decided to deal with them here on the YouTube was to have a moderator when we think we need it. We'll get to that point when we think the moderation is crucial. But what happened later, a couple of days later on the DLive, well, I got hosted by someone with a lot of viewers, and that consequently brought in a small portion of what I like to call dicks. People call them trolls, I call them dicks. And they came in, and we had to get the DLive crew, like they call them guardians. We had to get some guardians over from Discord to jump on my DLive and start banning people, which they did. Did I mention I have a DLive channel? I'm going to promote DLive as much as I possibly can. I love it. That's why. It's fun. It's been a lot of fun over there. So anyway, after that, we jumped into what would be regarded as my most sought after content here on YouTube. Snorkel masks. Now, the reason I did the pros and cons of full face snorkel masks as part of JulyVE is because there was a question from a giver. What would you regard as the pro and what would you regard as the con? And that's a great topic of conversation to trigger off some great questions. And so we hit that. Oh yeah, the Knigas. Yeah, Charlotte Rose, that was last night. We had some more dicks on DLive coming in with handles like Kniga and Black Kniga, and they wanted me to say their handle, and I was like, yeah, I'm saying it, Kniga. I can definitely see how that's said, Kniga. And they did, just. So we've got a mod over there now. Robert Muller's modding, and he's obviously in Australia time. But then I've also got Tokumo Gaming and JD Max modding for me on DLive, and it's been going really, really well. And also the Guardians come over from this is the DLive Guardians. They come over and watch. So it's been popping over there. It's been amazing. Yes, I love it here. Never moved back to America. Charlotte Rose giving some love for Australia. So yeah, that was, and incidentally, that video or that live stream was the most viewed of my live streams. I can dig into my analytics, my analytics if you want to see them, but I can tell you now, my concurrent viewers are usually around the 23 to 25 mark, maximum concurrent viewers. On that one, I had about 49 concurrents, which is huge for me. 49 concurrent viewers on a live stream is huge. But I kind of knew, because that's a topic that always gets me a lot of interest, and I often get a lot of flack for not doing more snorkel mask reviews. It's winter right now, hence this big hideous beard. But if we came back to summer months and this and that and whatever, I'm not working with any snorkel masks at the moment. But if they are, you'll see this thing get shaven off, and then we'll dig into more content. We jumped into German highway driving Australian highway driving compared to the German Autobahn, and DLive loves your content, Benon. Yeah, they seem to be behind it. It's good. The Autobahn is a beautiful part of the world to drive on. If you've never been to Germany, I highly, highly, highly suggest you go and at least go from one major town to the next and take the Autobahn and just enjoy it. Just enjoy the relaxation of the drive. The topic we just discussed in there, and the main point I wanted to hammer, was that in Australia, whenever you're driving, you're constantly looking at the speedo. Am I speeding? Am I speeding? So therefore, you're taking your eyes off the road, which ironically is completely illegal, because you can't take your eyes off the road to look at your handy, or to change the radio station, or to slap your kid in the back, or to get out a licorice, all sorts. But you can look at it to check your speed. It's like, and what I found in Germany, when you have, if you didn't know, there's parts of the Autobahn with no speed limits. It's got a black sign. and it's on the graphic there. It's got a black sign with a line through it. And when you see that, it means do whatever you want. But you have to be courteous. You go into the fast lane and then you drive however fast you want. And what I found doing that is you can actually, I never went in the fast lane. I went in the middle fast lane. They're all lined like slow, a little bit quicker, absolutely Lamborghini speed. But I stayed in the second from the fast side. And what I found was you sit there driving and you don't worry about anything. You actually sit back and you can relax more. You start to drive more, you start to relax more, you start to be more aware of yourself. Instead of always wondering, am I doing something wrong? Have I done something wrong? Am I speeding? Is there going to be a speed camera behind that tree I've passed? Behind that big opening? Was there a patrol guy waiting there with the camera? Well, there isn't in Germany because there is no speed. So cool. Such a good way to drive. You come back to Australia and you're always, oh shit, and I've got to overtake someone. That means I'm going to speed. If I'm going to overtake, am I going to have to, what about if there's a speed camera? And you get so worried, and then the driving starts deteriorating and this and that. Anyway, gotta love the Germans. They don't give an F. I'm not sure what F stands for there, Charlotte Rose. After that, we did jump into a 10th stream, and 10th streams on the Gives a Minute YouTube channel are really, really happy because it means opening up a special bottle of Jack's. In fact, we opened one up yesterday, which was a 10th stream, and now we have a new bottle, which will be 10 streams from now. We'll open that sucker behind me, which you can't see right there, right now, but I'll show you what it is just briefly. That sucker there will be opened in 10 streams. 9 if you don't include this one. That's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to that in a big way. Now, going back in here. Oh, I see. We're dropping frames here. I'm gonna roll with this because I've seen this happen before, and when this happens, I just roll with the content. I'm just gonna keep my eye peeled to it though. So we opened the Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey, and I've got to say that is a beautiful Jack. I've never had that before, and it was delicious, so tasty. I want to get more of that just for my own benefit, not for the stream, just for enjoyment. It was so good. Have you ever had that in the chat? Charlotte Rose has had it, I'm sure. I want to go to Amsterdam and Prague. Travel Jet Setter, I have no desire to go to Europe. Travel Jet Setter, you've said the same thing about Australia. So you've ruled out Australia, which also rules out Oceania, if you like, and then you've ruled out Europe as well. That doesn't leave much of the planet for you to explore, Travel Jet Setter. You got to broaden your mind, man. Open it up. There you go. Charlotte Rose, would I end up in a... you know what the windows are in Amsterdam. We went into that red light district and far out, man. I've got to say... Insane. And I don't want to talk about this on this stream, but we went into a strip club that was just another level. And I don't go to strip clubs. I'm not real. I mean, I like naked women, of course, but the whole idea of boozing in front of a woman dancing for you, it's a bit of a fake sort of... I'd rather be at home boozing in front of my woman dancing for me. But anyway, we went into a strip club that was just like nothing you've seen before. And I'm not just saying the women, I'm saying the actual strip club layout. Just a quick one. Behind the bar where they were serving was just a wall of showers, like not even showers, like one big shower, and the women were showering behind the servers. It was like, wow, it's insanity. Big blue lights. It was incredible. Like another step up on what you would expect, right? Happy Lux in the chat. Good to see you, Happy Lux. There you go, Travel Jet Setter. I want to visit... I'm not sure where South America and Buenos Aires and Caribbean I want to visit. Yeah, but push it a little further. Go further afield. Danny Black loves the honey. Yeah, dude, it's so tasty. Here in Luxembourg. Yes, Luxembourg. I know you're in Luxembourg. Nice to see you back. Let's talk about it on D-Live, Ben. Yeah, we can, Charlotte Rose. We'll talk about that on D-Live for sure. After that, we jumped into a very unusual topic, setting off fireworks inside. Who does this? Well, I had a housemate that did it. And it was kind of funny. We had access to my roommate at the time, or housemate at the time. She was dating the owner of Sunsong Fireworks, and so we had fireworks in our house. This is in Adelaide. We had fireworks everywhere, and a couple of my skateboarding friends came over and lit them off inside, and they blew up inside one of my other housemates, a Norwegian girl, her shoes, her boots, and they got all messed up. And that was kind of funny. So I played that clip in there as well. After that, we did what I didn't think we'd ever do on the Gives a Minute YouTube channel. I actually played 5 songs from each of my 5 records. Now, if you're wondering what I'm talking about here, I've made music, and I use the term music extremely lightly. I'm not a muso. Danny Black in the chat here is the muso. I'm not. I never proclaimed to be, but I have a loose grasp on musical concepts, and I can kind of sing somewhat. I've made 5 records over the years, and when I say records, I just mean CDs that I've self-produced, and I've mailed them out to my friends for laughs. So I took the liberty of doing 5 separate streams with 5 songs from each of these recordings. Some of these recordings have like 28 songs on them, so you don't want to hear all that crap. So I chose the highlight package of each, and we went over 5 songs from a collective roller coaster, or just a coaster, my first recording. Then we jumped into 5 songs from Too Many Spackers, the next recording. Then we jumped into 5 songs from we played it. I didn't mean to play that. Shizzle my
Last
nizzle.
weekend in Sydney was great.
Get out of there. That's bad. That's bad streaming, isn't it? I started playing it. We jumped into 5 songs from 1,000 Layers of Umness, 5 songs from the second umming. And what I want to give to you right now, folks, during those rolling streams, I did give you links to download each one of those albums, a link that would expire within 3 days. So if you didn't do it at the time, you wouldn't get it. But what I'm going to do now, as a little gift, a little thank you, a little end of JulyVE celebration, there's a link in the chat right now which goes to all 5 of those albums. If you want to grab them as one zip download, dump them in your iTunes, and then never listen to them, I'll understand. But if you want them all 5 in one hit, that link there will last for the next, I think it's only going to be for 3 days, then they erase it from my AirBridge. So nab it there, and you got all 5 of them. What you do with them from there is anyone's game. And if you are watching this after the fact and that link is no longer valid, bad luck. All of that some material is on iTunes and Apple Music and all that stuff, so you can go and buy it. But why would you buy that crap? I wouldn't buy it if it was if I heard it, I would laugh and not buy it. But if you want it and you're here after the fact, you got to go and buy it. Sorry. There you go. Now, what have I missed in the chit chat? Everyone's talking to themselves. Cool. First generation Luxembourgian American. There you go. I'd imagine the outsides would be worse. Okay. You guys are chit-chatting. That's nice to see. And then we hit an interesting topic. Why you should not trust Epidemic Sound. We heard from, and I've still been getting these, and YouTube was in the chat earlier. He's probably had to scoot out for work. He's had so many copyright flags from content that was on Epidemic Sound that is no longer. And the reason this is the case is because we discovered that we don't know what contracts Epidemic Sound has with the musician, right? So we know that they pay the musician for their music, and that's a license, but we don't know how long that license lasts. Let's say Epidemic Sound licensed That's and they bought a Curious Arrangement off me, all the content, and I said, okay, for X amount of dollars, you guys can license that for 24 months. Great. In that 24-month period, you guys start using the music in your content on YouTube. Everything's tickety-boo because you have a subscription to Epidemic Sound. But when that relationship between Epidemic Sound and That's severs, suddenly your content starting getting flagged by That's because I own the copyright. That contract between Epidemic Sound doesn't exist anymore. I'm claiming the copyright. So that's what's happening with YouTube and a whole bunch of other creators, and that's why you should never trust Epidemic Sound. We dug straight into that on that live stream, and it was a doozy of a stream. And then we went into you asked me anything about Australia. I don't know, that topic didn't really hit. I feel like we missed on that one. Incidentally, that was a topic that I sort of rushed into that stream because that was the day when I told you I had to take 4 days off from the middle of July. That was the day before I had to leave, or the day I had to leave. So that was the last stream. And I didn't really hit the content as very well as I could. I messed up. And so maybe we can retouch on that another time. I don't know. Australia is a funny place. I thought that might trigger off questions about the animals, the rules and this and that, but it kind of failed. Random's back in the house. G'day, Random. Good to see you back, dude. Nice to have you here. Hello, Random. Good to see you back. Now, after I came back from 4 days off from vacation, we had the topic when YouTubers take time off. And I was kind of literally thinking about what that does in the sense of me. Now, in JulyVE, I've been pumping out the content. I've been doing daily JulyVE streams. I've been doing my wave a day video. This is every day. I've been doing my daily vlog every day. So that's 3 videos dropped every day on YouTube, plus on the From the Vault Friday, whenever that rolls. So there's potential for a 4th video on the same day. Now, when you take time off, what does that do to the algorithm? I got news for you. Didn't do a thing. Didn't change anything. The givers came back. They still consumed it. It didn't make a single difference to me at all. So there's the answer to that question. What does taking time off do to YouTube algorithm? It didn't do a thing for me. But I tell you what did happen when we came back. Opening Jack Daniel's Old Number 7 1 litre. That was another. That's been 10 streams since then. So we cracked open a 1 litre bottle of regulation Old Number 7, and I do love my Jack. And the reason I chose to do a regular bottle of Jack Old Number 7, something you can get anywhere, anytime, was because we are doing 10 streams so rapidly. So there was no point me putting up a really special bottle of Jack, such as the one behind me, which you can't see right now, if it's only going to last 10 days. So I thought, well, we'll just roll out with a regular bottle, even though it's a 1 litre bottle, which makes it a little bit more exclusive. 700 mils, 70 centiliters is usual regular size Jack, but a 1 litre bottle, a bit more funky. So that's why we did that. Happy Lux, sprechen Sie Deutsch? Ja, meine Deutsch ist nicht sehr gut. My friend, sorry for being late. Happy Canadian, don't worry about it, man. You're not late, man. Any time is a good time to join into the Gives a Minute YouTube stream. Good to see you, man. We talked about you earlier, actually. And then we had a doozy. We jumped into my short film. Now, I made a short film in 2000, I think we thought it was 2003. I think it's 2005. The content was filmed in 2000 when I was breaking up with a girlfriend living in New Zealand. The film is called A Year in Paradise, or How to Lose Your Love. Now, what that film is about a breakup. If you didn't see that, we rolled the film in the stream. But if you didn't happen to see it, I've pumped a little linky poo in the chit chat right here, right now. And that linky poo will take you to the timestamped link inside that stream. Don't do it now, do it after this stream, where we rolled the whole film. Now, the film goes for 16 minutes. So when we rolled that film, we actually just sat back, screen went black, pre-roll little DVD roller thing, and then we watched the film. So if you do hit that link, just bear in mind there'll be a little intro piece from me, a bit of blabber, and then the screen will go black and it'll be a full screen presentation of my short film for 16 minutes. So if you want to see that in after the fact, I put it there again, just to help you guys to sort of see what we're talking about. If you're watching the repeat here. Random, your streams are great. Oh, thanks, Random. I appreciate the love, man. Appreciate that. Or woman, you could be a woman. I appreciate the love even more so if it's from a woman. Not that I don't appreciate man love. Whoa. Calm down. What topic are we getting into today on the live stream? After that, we jumped into the bonus features on that DVD. I'll show you what the DVD looks like in case you didn't see it. This is the actual disc that I created, A Year in Paradise. I'll make it bigger for you. And you see that in the graphic there on the thumbnail as well. And then we have the back of the video there, the DVD. If you wanted to see that, pause it and read it yourself. On the DVD, the actual physical disc, there were bonus sections. You remember DVDs had bonus and deleted scenes? Well, we rolled those on the Gives a Minute YouTube stream, just as a little, there's some content that couldn't quite make the film. Have a look at it here. I'm not going to link stamp it here. If you want to see that, there's too many of them, so you're going to have to go and watch that stream in itself. But these are all in a playlist, which you can find right there on the Gives a Minute YouTube stream. And after that, we jumped into a topic called Is School Worth It? And that's directly related to my situation at school. Just to recap quickly, I got in trouble at school for photocopying skateboard magazines, self-made skateboard magazines. Literally me taking cutouts of photos that I'd taken, putting them onto a piece of page, putting text in a headline, and making a magazine. I got in trouble for doing that, whereas I always thought the school should say, dude, you're making graphic artwork right there. That's desktop publishing. You should go in and do something to do with that in your career. They didn't. They said you can't use the photocopier, even though I was paying for it. You can't use it to make these magazines. Go back to science class. So I've been very frustrated forever about my schooling, and that's why that topic came up. Is school worth it? In my mind, no. In my experience, no. I turned out okay though, so you have to add that to the equation. I turned out okay. Didn't I? After that, we jumped into, is there a problem with uploading too much content? Because I had a giver say, literally, the comment said, stop uploading so much, I will unsubscribe. And I was like, wow. The general consensus when we brought that topic up with the crew, with the givers right here, was, you know, this is free, right? You're complaining about free content? Nobody is forcing you to watch it. Huh? Just don't watch it. Great suggestion and simple suggestion. So I as far as uploading too much content, it's only too much if you, the creator, cannot deal with it. And I have to say, in reflection, this has been too much. I'm going to put it out there. This has been too much. It's been too much because the wave a day coincided with the JulyVE, and I stupidly decided to do DLive as well full time. That's too much. That's just too much. I literally haven't had a chance to iron my clothes again. Just a big pile of crap sitting there. I'm kind of looking forward to just saying tomorrow no live stream. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to be honest. I don't like math. Random says, neither do I. Another day, another new usage of no algebra. Exactly, Charlotte Rose. That deserves a cheers. We don't do the cheers too often on the Gives a Minute YouTube, but this one deserves it. Totally deserves that. Rogosia in the house. Rogosia, you love math. What do you use it for, though? Aside from adding and subtracting, what else do you use it for? Good to see you back in the chit-chat. After that, we jumped into the next topic of sleeping in complete darkness versus some light. Because it was around about this time where I was realizing, dude, I am overtired here. That's why my muscles probably started twitching. That's why I'm not focused extremely. That's why I'm a little bit flippant. That's why I'm missing things. Because I haven't had enough sleep. Because I've been doing this thing too much. YouTube, daily vlog, wave a day, super quick wave a day edit, DLive. 4 hours on DLive after I've finished everything. And then I go 4 hours on DLive. I must be a mental case. And that's why I brought up this topic. Do you need complete darkness to regenerate your sleep and to feel better? I do. I don't know if you do, but I definitely do. And then someone suggested a topic which I've thought about often. Can skateboarding succeed as an Olympic sport? And the general consensus from me, your opinion may differ, is that it can succeed only if the Olympic Committee allow smoking of pot. Smoking of pot goes hand in hand with the sport, not just skateboarding, possibly surfing too. I don't know so much, but I know cold hard facts about pot smoking and skateboarding. A lot of the big skateboarders, a lot of the huge names in skateboarding smoke pot. Now, pot stays in your system. We worked it out for 3 months. If they cannot smoke before competing in the Olympics because they're being stripped, what you're going to see is the guys that don't smoke pot are the guys that are going to win the medals. But that's not a true representation of the sport of skateboarding. That's my opinion. Your opinion may differ. I think we did hit a few differing opinions in the chat. But then that's the fact of the matter. A lot of the big end skateboarders that you know, and I didn't name any names, but I named countries. I said Brazil, America, and Australia have big names in skateboarding, and that should be competing at the Olympics, but they smoke pot. Just saying. I use maths every day, but I'm pretty dorky. Okay. Could be the, I don't. I mean, I use a calculator. That's maths, but it's not me doing it. I always thought math was dumb. This is Danny Black, because I would never need to solve this for that. But then I realized that it really helps with problem solving skills in life. I've never used maths to solve my problems in life. Ever. Aside from how long do I have to add to the stream deck to make my stream go for 61 minutes instead of 60. By the way, it's 6,000 milliseconds. That's all you need to know. That's all I need to know. Hey, Beyond Beauty. Everyone's saying hello to Beyond Beauty. Did you just jump in, Beyond Beauty? No, you were there. Oh, no, you were late. Okay, Beyond Beauty. Welcome to the chit chat. Good to see you. You're not late. Don't worry about that. It's not late. It's just you're coming in at a different time. That's the key phrase there. Coming in at a different time. After that, we jumped into what do you think is wrong with YouTube in 2019? And I gotta say, the only things we really found out that we think are wrong with YouTube in 2019 is the chat, the comments in the chat. We kind of thought that there might be some things that they could do with that, like timestamped links would be a great thing to see. Being able to is it worth digging into this now? I've literally drawn a blank anyway. I can't quite think of what we hit, but we hit a couple of points. My main thing was the super chat needs to be less. They shouldn't take 30%. YouTube, you should not be taking 30% off the top of a super chat. You should be taking somewhere between 8% to 12% maximum. 30% is absolutely criminal. And DLive, don't do that. Just saying. That's what we came up with. Which led into a great topic of conversation. When do you need a chat moderator? Because that's when things blew up on DLive for me, and I definitely needed a chat moderator. And so the topic of conversation came up. When do you think we need this? And we decided, Ben on, gives a minute, YouTube doesn't need one yet. DLive needed one last night. Absolutity. So that's how we hit that. Stay in your lane or diversify your content. Great question, and that came up because of a DLive comment.
Steak?
Money's too tight for steak.
Steak?
Hump Day Lovin'.
Hump Day Lovin', Charlotte Rose. I appreciate the super chat. And let me just be clear. The 30% that YouTube take off, I'm not suggesting no one should super chat. And I appreciate Charlotte Rose super chatting right there, right then at that point. All I'm saying is that we play on this platform and that's what they do. It may change. I don't want to discourage super chatting. I love the super chat. I love that it comes up with text to speech and my little animation. Hump Day Lovin'. I'd much rather enjoy loving on Hump Day though. Just saying. Yeah, but look, that's the nature of the beast. That's the platform we play on. People complain about the DLive treasure chest. Did you guys hear that? My stomach just growled. People complain about the DLive treasure chest. We play on that platform. We use those rules. We abide to those rules. We engage in those rules. I'm just saying, if they could change one thing, that's what it should be. Thank you for the super chat, Charlie Rose. That deserves a cheers. I think I gave you one already. It deserves two. That's the third one now. How many more does it deserve? No more. Yes, one more. There you go. Thanks, Charlie Rose. Stay in your lane and diversify your content. Someone said you make snorkel mask reviews. That's the best thing for you. Keep doing it. And I was like, who are you to tell me what to create? Who are you as a consumer of my content? Who are you to tell me what I should create, dude? Of course I know the snorkel masks are my big popping content. Does that make me 100% happy to only make that content? Please don't tell me what makes me happy. And I said, please walk away from the channel. If that's your approach, I don't want you here. So see you later, alligator. So the idea behind that was don't stay in your lane. Do whatever you damn well please. And then, can you believe that's been 10 more streams? And of course, we're not going to open up a massively fabulous bottle of Jack's in 10 days time, right? So what we hit there on the Jack Daniels opening was old number 7, but instead of a liter bottle, we went down in size to a 50ml bottle. Now you might say, dude, that's stupid, man. You can't make content saying you're opening up a bottle of Jackson, you open up a 50ml bottle, but it deserves its space. It's the glass bottle is available globally. The plastic bottle is available on airlines only. And I'm watching my stream sort of failing right now. I can see we're dropping frames. That's a unfortunate system. Unfortunate because of the 4G connection, but that's okay. Yeah, buffering. You'll see a little bit of buffering there. I saw it happening. I'm onto it. It's already fixed itself. So by now the buffering will have ceased. So I saw that happening. I need the NBN here. I need the NBN here. I need the NBN here. So yeah, what I want to say about the Jacks is and I haven't been saying this because I've kind of been, I haven't wanted to jinx it, but it looks like it's not going to happen now, so I might as well say it. Yeah, I'll tell this story because it's the way it's happened, the way it's gone on. It's kind of annoying me. So in December last year, I put out a Jack Daniels video. And I was looking for a particular product to have on the channel. And I rang up a couple of bottle shops that listed it as in their stock, but then you couldn't go and buy it through their web store. So I thought, well, I'll just give them a call and see if they actually have it in the stock somewhere that, it's in the back of the warehouse or something. And I rang this one shop and they said, oh, you know what, man? This is a woman. She said, oh, you know what? We actually should have removed that from our website a long time ago. We haven't had that forever. And I said, well, what would be the best way for me to track that product down? Because I know it's no longer being produced by Jack Daniels, but how would I best source it? And the woman said, you've rang me at the absolute golden time because I am literally in my vehicle driving to the airport to pick up the Jack Daniels brand ambassador, who coincidentally is an Australian woman, but she lives in Tennessee. And she's literally going to be in my car in half an hour. And this woman said, why don't you call back in half an hour and have a chat with this woman, the Jack Daniels ambassador? I was like, wow, that's really, really strange timing. I'll do that. I'll call you back in half an hour. So I'm sitting there thinking, man, in half an hour, I'm going to talk to the brand ambassador for Jack's. This is amazing. So this is December last year. So she got in. I mean, I rang again, and then sure enough, the woman says, "Oh yeah, I'm sitting here," and I'm not going to give her name out. If you want to search her up, you can. But she's, like I said, she's an Australian living in Tennessee. And I start chatting to her, and she says, "Man, we love your content. We've seen it all. We love it." And I've just put out the Jack and Dry Double. And she said, "I loved how you went down with your niece and nephew, but you explained to your audience and to them why they can't be involved in this discussion because they're underage. We love that. And Jack Daniels, how can we work with you?" And this is Jack Daniels saying to me, "We want to work with you. What can we do?" And I was like, dude, this is insane. Okay, here's what I really want to do. I really want to have access to your products that aren't available globally to bring to a global audience, to educate the audience and to sample them. One of them being this one right behind me. And I suggested it would be amazing to have Winter Jack Tennessee cider in Australia, because I know you only release it in the States, but it would be really cool to have it here and talk about it from an Australian perspective. In the winter in Australia, it's your summer in America, so it could play off really, really well. Since then, there has been we've added each other on Facebook. We've been chit-chatting together on Facebook. It's so strange. She's been answering my personal messages. Like I said, "Oh, can I?" And Mindy, you'll know about this. I said, "Can I please get access to the Tennessee Tasters to have on the stream?" She sees the message. Nothing happens. No reply. A week goes by. I'll say, "Oh, just following up to see if we can somehow work this out." Red. No answer. Okay, what have I done something wrong here? Have I said the wrong thing or something? I make a follow up. Oh, just catching up on this to see how we're going. Can we progress this at all? Oh yeah, we still really want to work with you. Just kind of working out what we can do, how we can make it work. It's now July. This chain, I could show you the whole chain. It's ridiculous. There's just been nothing. Like I've made several of these, and I'm not saying just because I make these live openings that she should endorse me. I'm not saying that, but they already like my content. They've already said we want to work with you. Now, there is one thing I want to alert you to that may play into this, and I don't know for a fact. She used to live in Adelaide, and I remember, so Brown-Forman is the overriding distributor for Jack Daniels in Australia. Now, she doesn't work for Brown-Forman any longer. She works for Jack Daniels in Tennessee. I recall having a one-night stand with someone in Adelaide, and I recall her, and I know this for a fact. I don't remember her name. It happened in Glenelg, and I recall getting her business card, seeing the words Brown-Forman, and in my mind, this is before I was doing live and before I was doing vlogging on YouTube. I already knew that was the Jack Daniels distributor because I've been in love with Jack Daniels products for years. I was like, oh man, she works for Brown-Forman, the distributor of Jack Daniels. Now, is it possible? And I'm just hypothesizing here. Is it possible that woman is the same woman, and because I haven't acknowledged it to her, saying, "You're the woman that we had a one," whatever, like acknowledge how you've been all these years. It's the only thing I can think of, and it's so fast. It's such a stretch to get there, but I can't logically conclude why we've hit a dead end otherwise. I called up. She said, "We love your content. We've been all over it." She does all the social stuff too. She sees all the tweets. They love it. "We want to work with you. We want to work with you. This is December." I was like, this is great. You know, she's in Australia for a few weeks. I even said, "I'll come up to Sydney to hang out. We'll do a one-on-one meeting. We can chat about what we can do." Yeah, I'm going to be really busy with my family. No worries. Christmas time. I completely get it. When you get back to Tennessee, let's talk about what we can do. Got back to Tennessee, followed up the chat. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'd love to get you into some cool products that we haven't released yet. We'll talk about that. No worries. I'll add you on because by then we'll just messenger. I'll add you as a friend on Facebook. I add her as a friend. I start to sort of think, man, there's a couple of mutual friends there in Adelaide. I'm kind of thinking, is this possible? Is this possible? I can hear my outro bass line rolling. Thankfully, that's ending that topic right now. But I don't know the answer to that, and I don't know what to do. Maybe I'll bring in the chats, and I'll remove her name and see what you guys think on the next stream on Saturday. That's a good idea. Yeah. Until then, see you next time. Oh, that's we're out of time.